In what's becoming the infamous call made by Lieutenant Governor David Dewhurst to the Allen Police Department, Dewhurst says his relative's jailing was the kind of thing that gives law enforcement a bad name. Whether he was being a caring relative or attempting to use his authority to influence, it's now an issue in his reelection bid. Fox 4's Sean Rabb has more on the call controversy.
Allen Police and Fire, Janice.
Yes, Janice, this is David Dewhurst, the Lieutenant Governor of the state of Texas. And I want to talk to the senior officer who is there at your department right now.
And that, the call controversy. The Lieutenant Governor making a call after his, follow me here, stepsister's daughter-in-law, Ellen Beavers, is arrested August 3rd for a shoplifting charge at this Allen Kroger.
She goes through the self-checkout and she checks out with the items that aren't in the bag to the side, puts them in the bag and starts to walk out the store and doesn't even realize what she's done.
Attorney Todd Shapiro, whose mother served in the state Senate with Dewhurst and who normally is defense on high-profile cases, says Dewhurst calling about his twice-removed niece has been blown out of proportion.
This becomes this outrageous story because she happens to be related to the Lieutenant Governor.
Sergeant, good evening. This is David Dewhurst. I'm the Lieutenant Governor of the state of Texas.
I think when he used his title, what he was really attempting to do was try to find someone who was in a position of authority.
Former Judge Dan Wyde says the real mistake Dewhurst made was,
well, what he should have done is actually contact an attorney who does this on a day-to-day basis.
And I'm a supporter of you. You don't know it, but I'm a supporter of you, and I'm a supporter of everybody in law enforcement. And I want you to do whatever is the proper thing.
The 12-plus minute phone call came in about 4 hours after Dewhurst's relative had been arrested and booked here into the jail. He wanted to find out what he could do to get her out of jail. It's left him in a political storm surge. The biggest swell so far from Republican Dan Patrick, who's created what he calls the dog days of Dewhurst. The Patrick campaign retells the story of the 911 call and the incident using short video clips of dogs from the internet. So can Dewhurst survive being dogged by this call controversy?
Oh, absolutely. There's been bigger comeback stories than this one, and we're a long way away from Election Day.
Republican political strategist Leslie Sorrell says Dewhurst hasn't done what's necessary.
I always think in a crisis when we hear from them directly, you know, he didn't have someone else do his dirty work.
Because the Lieutenant Governor did the talking August 3rd, he needs to do the talking now.
When you come out and you just address the situation, you make it a shorter news story than when you just let it unravel and let someone else tell the story for you.
So I intend to jump into this and see what can be done to prevent this very nice lady through a miscarriage of justice to spend the night in jail.
Throughout the call, Dewhurst stressed that he wanted to do what was proper, but despite his pull, Beaver spent the night in the Collin County Jail. Sean Rabb, Fox 4 News.
Here's a list of the items the Allen Police Department says Beavers did not pay for. Disinfecting wipes, Avery color coding labels, 3M picture hanging strip, Goo Gone Goo remover, HomeSense multicolored sponge, Fructis shampoos, 60-watt light bulbs. Those items total just under $51.